Masters as a goal. So what is it specifically about that rank? Does it feel like you're officially good at the game or what?
So I guess when I've played against those diamond players, what I've really noticed is I feel like their decision making is a lot quicker and there's a lot less mistakes and there's a lot less to punish with them. Even though I did reasonably well against them, what I did find was that anytime I made any type of mistake, and it could have been a small one, they were on it straight away, a lot more than previous competitors in terms of gold or plat. So I kind of just want to be able to get to that, and I want to be able to be confident in my decision making, and maybe just have a bit more in my arsenal in terms of where I can go and what to do. I kind of want to be able to learn how to do that a bit better and just be a bit more vigilant on my team. So I think that's probably where they differ compared to me right now. I feel like they've got a lot more game sense than I do.
Okay.
And I really just want to be able to be pointed in the right direction of that.
Okay, sounds good. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? You say in the form, probably a bit of everything, to be honest. Makes sense. Anything in particular you want to go over? Anything in particular you have questions about?
I suppose probably my main thing is probably positioning. That's where I'm finding I'm probably want to improve the most. Targeting in terms of team is not really too bad. I kind of know when to target my supports and when to target my DPS and when to ignore my tank in certain situations. Obviously, I can still probably always get guidance on that. But yeah, I think more positioning is probably my main concern.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. 7 hours of sleep, not bad. Could be a little bit better, but not bad.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really have anything else from your forum. Do you have any questions?
No, I think everything's kind of been covered, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Do you want to shoot me a code?
Yeah, sure. I'll shoot you. First one. So I think this first game was a comp game yesterday on Havana with Soldier, I believe.
Okay. So it's interesting that you put positioning as a priority for you to work at. I do think that the positioning is really important because I think from positioning, it kind of allows you to choose really what you need to do. Like once you need to know what you're doing or what your goal is, and then once you know what you're trying to accomplish with the character, you position yourself. And then once you position yourself, you now know how to use your CDs. That's kind of like the flow chart. So having a plan and then positioning around that plan and then using your CDs to complement that position is the way I like to look at it. So with Soldier, what are some, I won't even say rules, but what are some things that you'd like in a good position for Soldier?
Off angles, ability to escape, things like that. Yeah,
Sure.
I feel like those are probably good things.
Okay, of course, and it's not a surprise that when we talk about like how does a soldier like to position, you basically just listed off the soldier's play style. Did you notice that? Like, because positioning is play styles a lot of the time. So, looking at the enemy composition here, obviously there's nothing that you really need to worry about sniper wise, but when you get an opportunity to take an off angle, it's still really important that you do so. The way I like to do my sessions is like to ask a lot of questions. So I might ask you some questions that you don't know the full answer to, but I'm going to ask them nonetheless. So you might need to think about it a little bit.
Sure.
So this one, to be honest with you, is just a bit of, I won't say mechanics. Why is this the wrong setting? Okay, that needs to be, okay, that's fine. It's not mechanics, but it's how you take the 1v1. For example, right here, what should you probably do immediately right here?
I would say probably Helix.
Almost immediately Helix. I would say maybe land at 1 or 2 shots, like just fish for the shots, and then Helix the floor immediately. Put him on the back foot instantaneously. Get that 120 damage, even if you don't hit the full 120 because it's splash, whatever, use it.
Okay.
So you're trying to track here, and even here, right? What can you do now?
Just probably if he's deflecting, maybe run away.
See that this is where you need more practice in this 1v1. Think about it for a second. What could you do? You can run away to create distance, but what else can you do?
That's a good question.
Helix
I guess.
right here.
Yeah, true. Because obviously that deflect's not going to hit that, right?
Right, right. Now you're not going to get the full damage, but you're going to get close to the full damage, and then he will be around 10 HP, 15 HP.
Yep.
And he's done.
I won't lie. 1v1s against Genji do scare me a lot. So he's one character that I do get quite.
Well, yeah, he's quite good at it, right? So you have to be better at it. It's kind of the way you have to look at it. So the good news is that even though you're up and close with him, you had the element of surprise here. You see this? So whenever you have the element of surprise here, you have the advantage of this 1v1, even though he's at point blank range on you. But you obviously needed to play it properly. You needed to get that Helix out. You did get the Helix out. So then now you're kind of in a tough spot. Now you track really well here. But that's not what we want to see. We don't want your mechanics to bail you out of how you took a 1v1.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Now, I think I asked you this earlier, but I'll ask you one more time. How much time do you spend in deathmatch?
None, actually,
okay.
at all.
That might be something, especially because we're talking about like what do you want to do for a warm-up and all that kind of stuff. It might be worth spending a round or two of unranked deathmatch as your warm-up.
Okay.
As your warm-up for both Soldier and Bastion. Because if you think about it with Bastion, it's like, oh, I'll just get a turret simulator. Yeah, but you got to be able to land your grenades consistently in 1v1s. And the best way to practice that is to play Bastion and deathmatch.
Sure.
And the same thing with this Helix thing, right? Like you need to be like not even thinking about how to take this matchup. It needs to be automatic. You've done it so many times. And the way to do it is in deathmatch. You'll play versus a lot of Roadhogs, but it's still good mechanical practice.
Yeah,
Makes sense?
sure. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
And I think it's, and you may find it fun too. I find it fun. I find it a lot more fun than like the Vax to code or any other aim trainer. So that's another added benefit.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially your rank deathmatch is going to be really good. I don't know what OCE servers are like, but it's at least worth trying out in terms of queue times.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I like the angle we've taken here. It's quite good. Good Helix there. Healing station's fine. Keep peeking. Keep doing damage. Yeah, this is all good. I like the fact that we took the angle. We lose the fight, but I think like for all purposes there, that was actually a decent fight from us. The only thing I might add is if you were to coach the minutia really of your positioning here, what would you say about this angle right here? Good? Bad?
I think it's okay.
I think so too. Is there a better opportunity or a better option?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I could have gone high ground there and probably
could have gone high ground. Right. The question is would you have wanted to sacrifice some downtime to go for that high ground? Because this would have been a time to go right now, right? Or even a little bit sooner. So right here, right now.
Yeah.
Do you think you had time?
Yep. Yeah, I think I had time. Yeah.
I think I had time too. That's the big thing with soldiers that a lot of other heroes can't reposition as quickly as you. You have perma sprint, right? It's not even a cooldown. So yes, I do think you had time. That angle would have been better. Okay, then let's keep coaching the minutia. So let's say you did not rotate the top. You should have, but let's say you didn't. So you're here. Say you didn't even have time. What do you think about this position now? Okay, right? What do you think about this position now?
Dangerous, very dangerous.
Why? What's changed?
Well, Torb's kind of backing up Kiri. He's also got the Mercy pocket there probably. Okay. So I think I'm just too close.
So was there any reason for you to leave this corner to press W out into the open?
No, I probably should have just held that angle.
You heard me use the term plat magnet?
Yeah, I think I have.
Because this is it right here. This is it right here. You want to hit the shots in Kiriko, so your middle finger starts to press forward, right? You want to hit those shots. But in actuality, if she's not looking at you, you know what the best thing to do to help you hit your shots here? If she is not looking at you right now, you know what you do? Mm-hmm. You stand on the corner, and you stand still for just a second. And you shoot. And then she starts to shoot you, and then you can start to jiggle peek, but that's still a good value. You still have a good angle. And then that way, when this Torbjorn turns here, I would much rather face a Torbjorn on this than face a Torbjorn out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Much safer. Much safer. And then you also have that cover, which this cover feels a lot spookier.
Yeah.
And then from here,
a bit edgy.
you see what you could do from here too? You could do the thing that Spylo always says not to do. You could shoot tank. but look at the damage that you would be able to get from here. She's totally standing out in the open. She doesn't have Fortify, I don't believe yet. No Fortify. Completely burn her. Completely burn her. I mean, look at this. You could shoot the Mercy, you could shoot the Orisa. Oh, this is monstrous, right? So, okay. So slight minutia on the positioning. But I do want to point out that you did try to take it off angle. And I think that's respectable.
Yep.
Good try in the Helix there. You almost got him. So this is just, you just need to wait.
Yeah, I was waiting for team.
It's totally fine. Okay. Sure. Generally not be better to be on main, but they're not playing cover very well, and you knew that you could get a kill with this, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, yep.
Ha! Just, you know.
That was unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. I think you guys still win this fight, though. Well, no, they nano bladed, or Kitsune bladed, and Arisa ulted, so they used everything. Again, 1v1. This is where you need practice here. Because you need to point I know he's going to deflect right now. I know it. So if you do not flick your crosshair to the floor right now, you might kill yourself.
Yep.
So you don't even use the helix, right? You don't even use the helix.
Yeah.
So actually, he makes a noob move, but you make an even noober move by not even using the CD.
Yeah, it's again, it's I will admit, it's Genji 1v1s are very scary for me. So I'm still trying to really when I do get in those situations, I tend to panic pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something I need to work on.
Yeah. The best way to deal with panic is just expose yourself to what's panicking you and get better at it. Build more confidence through being able to kill the Genji. Like right here, it's not even a question of mechanics. It's just you just didn't helix. That's all. So that's all right. There you go. I love this too. Look at your target priority here. Get that Genji. Arisa's overextended. So what do? You laser. She fortifies. You immediately swap to Mercy. Beautiful. Beautiful work right there. The only thing I would say here is you're doing a little bit of, I don't want to overwhelm you with some movement tech here, but you're doing what's called mirroring. So do you see how she's moving to your right?
Yep.
Do you see how you are moving to your right as well?
Yep.
That's actually a pretty advanced movement tech, right? Where you don't actually have to move your crosshair. You actually use your keypad to aim for you, which is actually okay. Now, my only disclaimer with this is that this is not necessarily necessary if nobody's shooting you.
Yep.
In which circumstance you could stay on this gas pad here, this petrol pad, and just shoot her in the face without moving at all. Because there's no pressure. So I think this is good. Your aim is a little bit off. Initial crosshair placement is off. But I think it's okay in circumstances to just not use anything. To not move at all.
Okay.
It's about rapid 80-80 strafing or proper strafing when you are being targeted. And then not strafing when you're not being targeted. That's elite level movement.
Yep, got it.
Okay. So let's take a look at this position here. This is just, to me, you just need to know that she's going to pop fortify. Yeah. And then unless you're Zenyatta and you have Discord or something along those lines that can burn through this, maybe a Bastion you should not be shooting this Arisa.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I know you're thinking, oh, she's got a touch. We got to kill the touch really fast, but she is going to live for a long time. You need to focus on controlling this angle here. Yeah, your positioning is very aggressive, but it's okay.
Yep.
But then as soon as you're here, oh boy. Now this is the problem. You see this?
Yep.
Again, the 1v1. Where's my helix? See that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Like even just bursting with helix now, just throw a helix. You throw him around the corner, right? There you go. There you go.
Yep.
That you did it. Helix in the healing station, and then there you go. He wins.
Yeah.
Or he loses, excuse me. Rotate. Yep. Rotate top, rotate top, rotate top, rotate top. Come on. Now, why the hesitation here?
I don't actually know. I think I didn't want to. So I guess another thing with me, and this is probably going to sound really silly, so I apologize, but generally when I face Genjis, I get really hesitant to do any type of flanking because I find that I'm getting my positioning wrong in terms of being in their range for dashing. So when I find that I'm versing a Genji, I always really think, do I need to flank? Can I flank? Like, is there any point of me flanking, or should I just give support to my team right now? So I guess I get a bit hesitant in flanking when I verse Genjis a lot.
Yes, I that makes sense. Basically, what you're doing is there's a lot of logic with what you're doing, But what you're doing is the equivalent of walking outside completely stark naked in the middle of winter and being like, man, outside sucks. I'm not going to go outside anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Where it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of logical sense, but you do realize that you could mitigate that and deal with that by actually appropriately handling the situation. So
Yeah, for sure.
when we talk about how to flank or how to take angles versus Genji, what are you looking for? What do you need to do? There's a lot of things that you can do. What are some of those things?
Make sure you're not in range of
Exactly.
him.
So you need to know where he is, right?
Yep.
You also need to pick an angle that's longer, bigger sightline, right? More distance, right? You also should guard your CDs. You should also see where your team is positioned. You should also probably prioritize shooting him or like putting pressure on him early if you get the opportunity to. So there's lots of little things that you can do. I will leave that to you to decide. So take an angle, but think about Genji. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And the best part about it is if you take an angle and you think about Genji, the Genji comes after you. You should have a slight advantage in that 1v1 in theory, and you'll get a lot of practice 1v1ing him. Because if I think about this here, I'm very confident taking the Genji 1v1 here. Very confident.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, okay. Because the alternative is this, right?
Yep.
Just not so good. Because the irony here is that the reason why you lose this fight is because of this. Where were you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where were you? Where were you?
Yeah, I didn't
and what
get
and
my
what were you right? And what were you doing? So he's dead, okay? And then from here, you could just pop visor. You could do. I mean, you could literally just solo visor this guy. You could solo visor this actually. Woo! I'm telling you, when the Helix lands.
Yeah. I did punish him a few times just to make him kind of aware, but yeah, sometimes it didn't work in my favor.
It's funny here because he's totally disrespecting you. He doesn't even deflect here. He's at 34 HP or whatever. Or he was, how low was he? He was really low. 82, 63, 44, and he doesn't even deflect because he just thinks that I'm just going to kill this guy. So be careful with that. I'm glad that you used Helix, but you did use it directly at him, which will get you killed.
Yep.
Love to see it. Healing station, healing station, healing station, healing station. And you're good. Popping off. Great job. Excellent, excellent angle there. That was awesome. Okay, take a position. Now, they have complicated things with this pick, haven't they? You see what they've picked?
Yes.
So how does that affect how you position?
Just avoid LOS.
Right. So now you have to take a long flank to deal with Genji, but a short flank to deal with the Widow. Ugly, right? But there's always a solution. So what do you think?
I think in terms of where I am now, I was kind of just trying to figure out where they were at this point. I knew that I knew that they were coming in pretty quickly. So I don't know. In that type of situation, I'll be honest, I was kind of just waiting and assessing where they were going to come from.
Works for me. Works for me. Yeah. Now, you know the Genji's over here and you know the Widow's over here. So maybe you just sit here. Maybe you could also sit behind the boxes here. There's options.
Yep.
Obviously not the best heal station in the world, but...
Yeah, I knew I got naded. I was like, that's not good.
Good use of cover there. Why did you homicide a Genji?
I actually panicked, and I always think, especially on this map, that you can get through those like twin kind of, I don't know what they are, those big cylindrical barrels.
I think they're boilers or distillers.
Yeah. So I thought I could run in between, and then I realized, and I just like, as soon as I see Blade, I'm like, just run away, just get out of there as soon as you can.
But see, that's a funny mistake, right? But there's a mistake. The mistake has already happened when you see this.
Yeah.
Look how close you are.
Yeah, I'm way too close. Yeah.
Right? Did you know where he was?
I actually had no idea until I heard Blade, and I was like, oh no, he's right there.
And that's it, right? And that's it.
Yeah.
Now this is pretty, you want to see something funny? Check this out. You're just gone. You're just gone.
Yeah, I was just out. I was like, I'm not dealing with that.
Helix. Yes! Yes! Nice! Do you see? You see?
Yeah.
You did it. You did it. Okay. But yeah. You lost track of him. You stacked. You didn't have a good angle. GG's.
Yeah, for sure.
Nano visor? I could tell by the way that Anna was looking at you. She's thinking nano visor.
Yeah, my Anna's my duo.
I could tell.
Yep.
Scary.
Trio here, so yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay, you gotta know. So this is the thing with Soldier, right? I don't care what Iliari is, really. I really don't care where Orisa is, and I don't really care where Anna is that much, to be honest with you.
Yep.
You only have like 1 or 2 priorities that you have to know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if they were on ball, maybe I need to know where that ball is. So my thing for you as soldiers, if when you're trying to find your positioning, and there's somebody that can threaten you, that Genji that you're scared of, that Widow or that Tracer, that Sombra, you don't need to track everybody. You just need to track your threats.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, you don't even need to track all of your threats. Like I'd be happy here if you died to Genji that last fight because you were focused on Widow, and I think you were.
Yeah.
Then that would have been okay because you're working on tracking one threat. If you die to Widow here because you're tracking Genji, then I'm okay with that. Just as long as you're working at that skill.
Sure.
See, I would not even be putting my attention here because you know where that Widow is.
Yep.
And you were standing right in front of her.
Yeah. Yep.
And even a bad Widow will hit a body shot.
Yeah.
Even a bad Widow will hit a body shot, and a body shot is terrifying. Uh-oh. Good. Winnable. But yeah, losing that position like that because you didn't track a Widow, and then having a Nano Visor and a fortified Orisa because you didn't have good positioning because you didn't track the Widow.
Yep.
It sucks, right?
Yeah,
it hurts.
it's not ideal.
No, it's not. Good. Gonna be tricky here, definitely, because the Widow is gonna control a big sightline, so you're gonna have to find an angle like this where you don't have to peek her. You see what you did there? You shot the Orisa in the face, but you didn't have to peek the Widow. Now this is scary.
Yeah.
So what could you do here?
Yeah, I won't lie. When I get into Widow line of sight 1v1s, I tend to let the ego get the best of me and think I can get some damage off here, but I need to stop doing that because it's just not ideal.
When would you peak this? What do you need to peak this appropriately?
I'd say maybe when one of my teammates is jumping her, like I can see like a Sojourn's getting close and Moira's there as well. So maybe when she's getting jumped, I might be able to peek it.
Great. How about Helix?
Yeah, I could Helix from afar.
You could Helix this door frame and then peek it, right? Because it also boops her just a little bit, right?
Sure.
And then the other answer is when you take this 1v1, where would you take this 1v1? Because you actually can beat her up. In what circumstance?
When I'm not in LOS.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can you beat the Widow like this?
No.
This close?
I've probably not. I feel like if she gets one shot on me, I'm gone. Right?
At this range? Let me
possibly.
Let me show you a little something here. Watch this. Because not all one-shots are created alike. Let me show you what I mean. This is a training bot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I may not have the world's best aim. Let's try that again.
That's okay.
All right, let's try this again. Oh, got it. Crazy shot, right?
Yep.
Your head's half that size. Let's try this again. Here we go. I'll get this one. Trust me. Ready? Hey, got it. Let's try this again.
Nice.
Okay, well, so far I'm 50%. And you know what I'm not suffering through right now? I'm not being shot. I'm not being helixed. I'm not being booped around, right? And I still had to hit, the greatest flick of all time to hit a head that's twice the size of your head.
Yeah, true.
Now, let me give you another example here. Not all one-shots are created alike. Okay? See how long that took, right? Now, here? That was a lot easier than the Widow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And even at this range, it's 1, 2, and you're dead. It's basically a one-shot. Might as well be a one-shot. Let's try that again.
Yep.
Easy, right? So much easier than Widowmaker. So do you get what I'm saying here?
Yep, for sure.
You need to stop respecting a character just because it's a one-shot character. If the character has to scope in, charge, and pray that they don't die during that time.
Yeah, got it.
So, ask you the question again. Given the range that I showed you, who is the advantage?
Me, for sure.
You do. You have almost the equivalent of a one-shot with Helix plus like 2-3 body shots. She's dead. I think it's 3 shots, 3 bullets.
Okay.
3 body shots, I believe, actually, will do the job. Or a 1 headshot and a body shot. So then I guess reassessing the situation here, we talked about open with Helix. You also mentioned that I want to shoot her when she's distracted. What's the third and generally the more consistent option if you can?
Get closer to her.
Get close to her. How and where?
Flanking.
Where?
I'd say maybe right side. Or I could probably even go left as well.
She's done.
On...
She's done. And the Ana as well as if you're careful, play her on nade. She's done. It's over.
Yep.
Much harder to one-shot you when you're that close.
Yep.
And check this out. Look what happens. She's running. She's running. She's terrified. Look. Ooh, blam. Look at that. She's terrified, right?
Yeah.
Do you see that? That's what you should have been doing, you know?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes Widows will hit those shots. Sometimes. But you'd be surprised at how difficult it is for the Widow to do that. Again, a missed Helix opportunity here. You see this?
Yeah, could have easily.
That's it right there. Flick down, he's dead.
Yep.
He's not just he's actually dead. You got it there.
Yeah.
Nice. Nano Widowmaker. Yeah. It's funny. It's how much respect you give Widow in your brain.
Yep.
But then your body just doesn't.
Yeah, I essentially hit that shot. I was like, okay, she's got some awareness there.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I kind of get a bit confused. I win this 1v1, which is fine, and then I'm kind of just stuck here, and I'm like, I don't really know where to go. I'm in a bit of an awkward position where I'm like, I'm in backline, and my team is on point, but I'm like, I have really nowhere to go, because if I go middle, that Junkrat's going to eat me alive. So I'm kind of just like, I feel like I've overextended and I'm stuck, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do here?
Your best option here would have been to rotate to a better sight lane.
Yep.
Watch this, you ready? Rotate out this way. And then decide to either go back to your team or then to take the staircase and go for a hard flank again.
Yep.
But you had cover. You had your healing station. It's okay. No deflect. Don't be scared. Get him. Hit a helix right there. Like right there. Off that wall. Right here for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yep. For sure. No. Don't run away. He's won, right? You have such an advantage in that matchup when the stars are aligned, and the stars have aligned.
Yeah.
Oh, run. Okay. That was terrifying. Helix? Okay.
Very.
You're very slow to use your Helix, I think, just regardless of whether it's Genji or not.
Yep.
Very slow. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, I think everything's kind of, you've hit the nail on the head with everything. It definitely makes sense that you can tell even with the Genji 1v1s, as soon as I get into any type of altercation with him, I don't want to borrow it. So
no. Yeah. So what do you need to practice?
I think I just need to be probably in more engagements with him, and just really just understand like he is beatable. But in my mind, like the thing that I struggle with is like even when I versed average Genjis, they always seem to beat me in the 1v1s because I don't have the experience there. So in my mind, it's always like Genji's always going to beat me in a 1v1, and I always had that chip on my shoulder, like, oh god, like I'm just never going to win this. So I need to get out of that mindset and just realize like he is beatable, like I can do it.
Sure. So psychologically amping yourself up just to practice that matchup. What else needs to be practiced? Positioning, CD usage, all that jazz.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think? Well, what specifically? I want to hear what you have to say about your positioning, your CD usage.
I think I need to open up with Helix on the ground, as soon as I can if I'm close. But obviously maybe just keep my distance and really just track where he is. Not try and be in distance of shift as well. But if I am in distance where he is close, open up with Helix on the ground. And maybe just try and bait deflect as much as I can as well, because I know as soon as he doesn't have deflect, like that's a game over for him.
Yep.
But I try and bait it quickly. But what I do find is, and I got this yesterday when I versus Smurf Genji, and they never baited deflect on me, and I just lost every 1v1 against them, because by the time I got low enough, they used deflect on me, and it was just game over. So yeah, that's.
So I'm gonna open up the gate a little bit though, to talk about not just Genji. What did you see from your positioning, your helixes, your heal stations, your everything besides just the Genji matchup? What needs to be practiced so far, do you think?
I think just maybe taking the time to realize, like, can there be better opportunities for off angles? I think that's one. I think another thing is just maybe not prioritizing the tank as well, and just figuring out what my threats are, and just probably being a bit more vigilant with my CDs as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
Let's keep going. Uh-oh. Nice little off angle here. You might not be able to hold here for very long because they get close to you, but it's a fine to start here. As long as you have cover, which you do.
I think I end up getting cooked.
Well, it's time to run away now. Why? Maybe not now, but now for sure.
Yeah, he's closing in distance.
And not only, hey, who else?
Orisa as well.
Orisa as well, right? Not two characters you want to be close to.
Yep.
So you're committing here, but do you see what you're actually dying to? It's not even the Genji.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I got cooked.
So the initial off angle, and this is what Soldier is the best at, is taking an off angle that is too scary for other characters and then just, okay, run away. But you didn't run away.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
As they back up, you push. As they push, you back up. Always good to find, you can't just pick an angle and that's my angle forever now. That's not how the game works.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, careful of Hanzo here. Okay, let's go. Got to look how easy this is when you're far away.
Yeah.
Huge, easy value, easy value. Use that helix. There you go. Run. Heal station. No deflect. Keep running if you'd like to. Yeah, this is huge. This is huge value, really. This is huge value, really. Like, you're hitting your helixes. You got good value at a heal station. He deflects, you run away. He gets TP'd onto. Kiriko goes to help him. You helix, you keep running. Rig dies with rally. I mean, you just won this fight. I know it feels terrible, but the only reason the Genji was able to pursue you is because you got like triple pocket, right?
Yep.
Oh, no way you guys lose this. Oh, your team choked. Your team choked.
Yeah.
You played this one reasonably well. Now there were some small details that you could have improved on, but I actually don't think that there's. It's enough. It was good enough.
Yep.
It should be good enough. Nice. Want to see some headshots in there, though. Your aim is good enough to get those. We've seen it. Good. 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 Very nice. Yeah. And see, now that they're on Farah, this makes your life very easy. Because all you need to do is get away from people. There's nobody, there's no Widow to worry about. Now, again, here, what do you see? What should I see?
Helix, rather.
Helix, immediately. There's your damage. Because then by the time you fish for Helix, he's a little bit further away. He's kind of double jumped, so you actually don't end up doing any damage.
Yeah.
And then obviously, because you get caught here, you don't. So at this point in time, you Helix, and you need to rotate, but you don't rotate quickly enough. So it's again, you're getting surprised. People get close to you, and you don't realize they've gotten close to you. See this?
Yep.
Look at Orisa. She just walks in.
Yeah.
And then you're cooked.
I was really mad at that as well. I was like, I didn't understand how her Terra just dragged me in, but yeah.
You're too close? Way too close. This is where we want to be. So I think you were getting some early poke there, but you didn't rotate to high ground quickly enough.
Yep.
Use it. Use it. Come on, lead it. There you go. See, even that 40, 50 damage, that matters a lot.
Yep.
That's like 3 bullets. Get her. Nice. Good try in the helix, but yeah. Nice. I mean, look how easy that fight was. Just sat on high ground and just murdered everybody.
Yeah.
And then if you're playing versus a Widowmaker Hanzo, how do you position versus? Like, let's say that. Like, they're on Widow Hanzo right now. What do you do?
Again, Hanzo is another character that I'm just so scared to fight, just because his LOS with me, like, if he hits a one tap, I'm dead. So I need to be really careful with their LOS as well.
Well, I just released a video today where I actually think that he's a soldier hard counter.
I have been saying as much as I hate Genji, I'd rather face a Genji than a Hanzo.
Yeah, because Genji have a solution. You keep your distance.
Yeah.
With Hanzo, it feels like if he plays a Storm Arrow right, he could beat you up close too, right? So,
Exactly.
But regardless, 2 sniper characters. How do you position? We're talking about like create your distance, hold a sight line, but then they're on snipers. What do you do?
I see. This is where I just don't know. This is how I don't really know how to play those types of matchups. Like, I just try and avoid LOS as much as I can, but I don't really know how to go about doing anything extra after that.
Do you see how in this fight here, you played more like a sniper? Maybe a little bit closer, but you just cap your distance, played high ground, and played Kovacs, right?
Yep.
Is that going to work if they go to Widow Hanzo?
Probably not.
Why? What's going to happen when you play these long sightlines? Or longer?
They're gonna pick me from those long sidelines.
Do you remember the Widowmaker solution? What did you want to do versus Widowmaker?
Getting close.
Getting close, but not necessarily running it down main.
Taking an off angle.
Take an off angle, take a flank, play like a tracer. Because if they're on Widow Hanzo, what do those characters lack?
They lack getting in close, I guess. Or
Yeah. Generally, just the range, the close range, and they also don't have the mobility to punish you on flanks either. So if you take a flank, a tracer might hunt you down, and Genji might hunt you down. You could still play around it, but Widow Hanzo, they can't hunt you down.
Yeah,
they can't hunt you down. Sure. So they can't stop you from taking any flank that you want. Keep that in mind. That's always the dynamic with every soldier VOD review that I do.
Okay.
Is find when and how you want to be a flanker, and when and how you want to be a spammer.
Yep.
That's just a great play. You just got rolled.
Yeah.
You just got rolled.
As soon as she speared me, I was like,
that's to be honest, a really good play from her. So.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Live. Wait.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be annoying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find opportunity.
And this is the best of both worlds. You have an off angle and a long off angle. What are they supposed to do about this, right? I would have stayed. Honestly, I would have stayed. Your team is engaged here. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And this is why it's important, because this is your opportunity to get value here, right? Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh.
When I seen him come up, I'm like, yeah, I know he's just trying to get me now. Like,
yeah, okay. You hit your helix, he misses deflect, you got your healing station value. Easy. Don't rotate away. Stay here. There you go. Beautiful. Again, when you were able to play like a sniper this fight, you were cooking. So let's see. Yep.
60 seconds.
Who's been calling these? Has this been your Ana calling these, or you calling for it, or what?
Yeah, so I just call to my duo. I'm just like, yep, Nanami now. And then I don't really... it's something I need to work on, but like I'm just kind of like, just Nanami, and then I'll vise and I'll figure it out.
Okay. The simple solution is that, like, I think that the reason that she nanos you here is because she thinks she's going to die.
Yep.
But this is terrible, to be honest with you. You have no idea where anybody is. You don't need a nano visor kill 7 people, but you do need to try and know where at least 1 or 2 people are. You don't know where anybody is besides that Genji. So then it's like so much, half of your visor is spent running.
Yep.
And then you're on the floor because you're trying to chase kills. Nice helix. But yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Okay. That's it. Early deflect, he's done. Helix, he's done. Now you're just chilling, shooting.
Yep.
This should be matched, no? Yeah, that's matched. I could just tell, like, it's over. Like, you have this position, you have this distance. It's like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They have to. Even worse, they have to worry about carts. They can't even leave cart to chase you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do anything. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Great job. Okay, do you have another?
Yeah.
Do you have another replay code?
Yeah, actually, I kind of wanted you to check out a Moira game that I lost, if possible.
Sure. So you playing Moira?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let me just grab that.
Sure.
I think that might be it. Yep.
Okay. So before we move on from Soldier, though, what
Yep.
are some specific skills that you need to practice?
Ready for battle.
Just obviously creating more off angles. I need to practice my 1v1 engagements a bit more.
So creating off angles with what? Distance, right?
Distance, yep.
Versus short range characters.
Sure.
And more flank getting closer to sniper characters.
Yep.
When possible. Practice 1v1 matchups. Deathmatch, especially in regards to Helix usage.
Yep.
Anything else?
What was the other one? Just trying to think. What else was there that we need to discuss? I think those are kind of like the main points, right?
I think so too. I think so. Practice tracking positioning of one of your threats. Remember that?
Yep.
Widow, Tracer, Ball. Okay. Any questions?
I guess just one question I have is, in terms of like, obviously if you've coached, like diamond players, master players, especially soldiers,
Mhm.
in terms of their difference between, I guess, what you've seen from my game style compared to theirs, is there much that I need to really work on in terms of getting towards those ranks?
I would say that you need to work on definitely your off angles with distance versus range characters and getting closer to sniper characters whenever possible.
Yep.
Practicing the 1v1 matchups and deathmatch, especially in regards to Helix usage. Practice tracking the positioning of your threats, Widow, Tracer, Ball, Genji, etc.
Yeah, okay. Just focus on all those.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're a high gold Genji or Genji soldier.
Yep.
That's where you're at. And looking at your gameplay, yeah, high gold. I think your mechanics maybe platinum-ish, right?
Yep.
But your ability to take 1v1s consistently, especially in regards to that Helix usage, is definitely not platinum.
Yeah, for sure.
So you need to practice that specifically until you get a little bit more comfortable. Because I think with your mechanics, and certainly with you thinking about your off angles as much as you are and continue to do that, then I think there's no reason why you can't be platinum. There's no reason why you can't be platinum. Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
Huge.
All right, let's take a look at some Moira here. So why Moira? Just enjoy playing her? Guilty pleasure?
Just very smooth brain.
No, trust me. I get it.
Yeah, I love her mobility as well. I like to be able to do damage a lot, so I kind of mix between damage and healing. That's just
Great. Basically, all I'm going to look at is the fundamentals of Moira is like, are you doing damage? You should be doing damage. Are you doing healing? You need to be doing healing. And then is your orb usage and fade usage complementing that? Like, for example, right now, there's nothing to damage, so you heal, right?
Yep.
Ramatra shield is just pointless to right click, right? So you just heal. So then here, a little bit of heal here. This damage orb is well aimed because it goes right through squishies. So this is chip damage, but it's obnoxious, right? It's very, very tricky. And then in addition to that, you're actually right-clicking or trying to right-click a squishy. You see this? So as long as you stay on that May or Reaper, I'm happy. If you swap with the Ramatra, I don't care how low he is. I'm going to be mad because what is he doing right now? You see it?
He's blocking.
He's blocking. So there's no point right-clicking the Ramatra here. Instead, go for the squishy instead.
Sure.
This damage orb is lame. It's because now most people will be like, oh, because you need to be heal orbing. You're right. No, because you have no idea who this is aimed at. Who does this damage orb need to be aimed at?
It needs to be under the squishies.
Onto the squishies, down the line. You need to aim it right towards that Ana. Goes right through Reaper, goes right through Moira, goes right through Mei, goes right through Ana. That's where the chip damage actually matters the most, right?
Okay.
So don't just throw it. Heal,
Sure.
good. Right click, perfect. Nice job. He's purple, so heal. And then here, heal, 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 heal. A heal just because doing this is meaningless. You see what you're right clicking?
Yep.
A shield.
Yep.
So I either want you right clicking Ramacha to force block, which is not all that useful because he's got armor, so I would just prefer you to heal here. Or right click Ramacha. One or the other.
Got it. Yep.
Damage orb there is fine. Felt like you're aiming it at Mei, so that's good. Stay on her, 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 stay on her. That's fine too. Either her or the Ana's fine.
Yep.
Because you could be like, I absorb the Ana's healing, so I let somebody else kill her, or I go for the Ana and kill her. It's really fine.
Yep. So
Toss the damage orb.
what-
Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, so what I noticed in this game was like my Genji, he was really confident, pretty sure he was a Smurf. And I was just trying to kind of like follow him, but you'll kind of realize during the game what happens really quickly. It'll be interesting, but yeah.
Okay. Lame damage orb. Again, you're throwing it at the tank, but you have no idea what. Just take a second. You see this here? Oh, damage orb at soldier. Damage orb down the choke at the Moira. Robotra drops, then damage orb. Like, damage orb aim is unironically really important because it's so easy. It's so easy to turn your brain off entirely, and that's so easy to miss ult charge and miss meaningful chip damage.
I understand. Okay.
Like that right here is, you almost actually missed this one. Look, because you aimed it so low, you almost hit the ledge there. Look at that. It's literally pixel perfect. Now it ends up working out perfectly though. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, and a bounce.
Yep.
4 maybe? Not quite. But yeah, that's huge value, but that's almost an accident. One other thing as well, you've got to learn the heal distance here. It's probably the 3rd or 4th time that you've sprayed in somebody that was clearly outside of your heal range.
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn that as well.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah.
Just pay attention to it, right? Because one of the biggest problems with the Moira is that you don't get good feedback when you heal. The sound is very hard to hear. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's like there's like a that kind of noise, but it's very hard to heal. So you don't know if you're actually getting what you want. So just keep an eye on it.
Okay, sure.
The good news is that your damage orb gets you resource back. Good target selection here. Mei is good.
Yep.
Nice little bounce there. Heal orb there is fine. Now, why did you heal orb? It's normal.
So,
It's okay to heal orb this, but I want to make sure that you said the right thing. Why did you heal orb?
Just so for me, if I'm heal orbing here, it's just to make sure, like, I can see that we've got engagement of 3, like there's a Moira, Mei, Ram.
Sure.
So if I have a healing orb and they take damage, like it's just kind of there as a backup. That's just the reason why I do it. I don't know.
Wrong answer. Look at your HP.
Yeah.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm not saying that heal orbing and engagement is bad, but it needs to be earned. This is not earned. People are basically healthy here, right?
Yeah.
And so nothing is really happening. So the heal orb here is wasted. This would be better to just damage orb right at that Moira and Mei and build more ult charge. Because especially in Overwatch 2, because there's only one tank, heal orb is just so much more situational than it ever was before. Especially now that your damage orb gives you back healer resource.
Sure.
You knew that, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
yeah,
good. It's surprising when people don't know that. So, but yeah. But this one here, if you want to use a heal orb just to keep yourself alive because you're like, oh, I might get headshot by that Mei, that's fine.
Yep.
But otherwise, I promise you, this heal orb is going to be totally wasted. And there it goes, right?
Yeah.
That's free ult charge going into the void.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying, again, I want to be very clear, that was a fine heal orb for the reason that I gave, not for the reason that you gave, which is why I'm faulting it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Be careful with stuff like this. Why?
Yep.
Because you can fade, right?
Yep.
But what?
Then I've just wasted a CD.
Right. What did you get? Like, it's not a waste if it's forcing something, right?
Yep.
But how easy is it for them to force your fade right here?
Like insanely easy.
Insanely easy, right? And what did you get out of it?
Nothing. Absolutely
nothing. Really, actually nothing. You could have sat right behind Orion and done the exact same thing. So if you are on a flank on backline and they run at you and you fade away, that is more reasonable because you forced resources, you forced attention, you forced a split, and so on. But this is meaningless. This is just lazy. Standing in front of your tank, getting your fade forced, there it is, right? Knew it was coming. And so now your Genji's blading, and you should be either fading in or at least supporting closer, but you can't because you faded out.
Yeah, I understand.
Be careful with frontline Moira as a TLDR. I like flank Moira. I don't like frontline Moira.
Yep.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
Sadly.
I knew that. I knew that the moment that I popped it.
Then we don't need to worry about it. Then we don't need to worry. As long as you knew it immediately, we're good.
Yeah, my duo screamed at me. He's like, "You didn't even pop Cole. What are you doing?"
Was this orb aimed precisely? Is this exactly where you wanted it to go?
I wanted it to go in the building. Yeah.
So you failed. You fail. Now you got accidentally good because you get a really nice bounce here. Check this out, right? Look at that. Oh, huge value, right? But again, we're judging intentions, not results. Your intentions sucked. You get a big red X.
Yep.
That being said, the idea of damage orbing here is fine. Great focus on the squishies there. And you're farming those stats. Now here, what could you do with this Rhine here?
Just heal orb.
Just heal orb. Why?
Is it just, I'm going to be honest, is it just easier?
It's just, well, it's easier, but it also saves you heal resource. If you're between fights, okay, here's a good question. Can you damage orb anybody in the next 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, anytime?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Who could you damage orb?
I mean, if I could damage orb inside. Oh, actually, I can't because everyone's dead. So
right. So why save orb?
Yeah.
Just heal orb to save yourself resource is what I'm saying here. So just heal orb. Save yourself a third of your resource, and then that way you go into this fight with full resource. So you have the right idea, but you need to actually aim it at your right.
Yeah, it's. I just get really lazy with more. I need to be more vigilant.
And another thing, if you're trying to min-max your heal resource as well, between fights, because there's no rush, puff, wait, 1, 2, puff, 1, 2, puff, 1, 2, puff. That way you don't really waste much resource, and you use that heal over time. Make sense?
Got it. Yeah.
Little detail. But I think Moira is the character of details. Moira and Mercy are characters of details because there isn't a lot of complexity with their macro objectives. So you just make sure that you do all the little things right. That heal orb is war crimey. Because he's fine. You see he's fine.
Yeah, I realized he got health pack, and then I was like,
Yeah. Here's your damage orb opportunity right here.
Yeah.
Good right click, good right click, good right click, good right click. Don't heal him, he's dead. Oh! That's a mother of all Naywalls.
Yeah, it was not fun.
That's okay. Aren't you glad you saved your fade? He's dead. Just get out.
Yeah.
That's okay. They use 3 ults. And 3 good ults too, so we'll take it. Yep. Damage orb's fine. Okay.
So I don't know if you notice, like my Genji's just going in like 1v4ing. Like I could tell he was just smurfed straight away. I was like, I don't understand why he's doing that.
This heal orb is actually okay-ish because you're like, okay, maybe he gets a little bit of healing, maybe he doesn't. I mean, I understand the logic behind it. It's always hard with Moira to heal at range. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
So in these circumstances, it might be okay to just throw a damage orb instead at the Mei, a damage orb instead at the Ana, at the Bastion instead. That might be better follow-up than what you're doing here. I don't think it's bad what you did, though. It's a little bit unlucky.
Yeah. But I knew at this point he's just feeding, so it started slowly turning into 4v5s, and you'll see really quick.
Yeah, let's keep going. Yep. Well-aimed damage orb. A lot of resource available. Yeah, let's keep going. Good puff. Wait until he shoots. Don't fade first. You just gave him a target to shoot now.
Okay.
Got plenty of time to react.
I just wanted to get in close to him, but then I realized like I had so much distance to travel that I've just wasted fade, but fade comes back anyway, so I was kind of
I mean, you go in. Wait, what? I was gonna say your resource was weird. I probably would have just stayed here, and then waited for the Bastion to shoot, then fade. Because if you're gonna go flank Moira now, it's a little late to do so. So.
Yep, for sure.
And remember to stay on the squishies if you are gonna flank.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a bit of a disaster. Yeah.
As soon as I got into that engagement with Mei, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna beat Mei in a 1v1. So.
Same thing with the heal orb here. Totally unnecessary. 1 puff, if even that. And this is a situation where like. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal because you already have Coalescence, but like let's say that your team looked to engage here. Again, unnecessary healer. I know you're taking damage, but you're 130 HP. You're totally fine.
Yep.
Because I want to, as soon as we're ready to push, I damage orb cold on Ana, or not on BAP, excuse me. And that was, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what happens when your brain gets sloppy, you know?
Yep. Yeah. I was just like, oh shit.
Whole timing is good though. Stay on the map. Stay on the map. Stay on the map. Stay on the map. Because here's what happens when you stay on the map. What does that Moira have to do with her cool?
She has to focus a call on that.
Right, and then you've won. Not only is your team not having to deal with coalescence, but the BAP is under pressure as well.
Yep.
So this is you need to stay on the BAP.
As soon as I seen window, I was like, yeah, we need to dip.
Yeah, good fade. All right, go walk. Probably unnecessary. You're basically full. I need the damage orb here. You see this?
Yep.
That
yep,
May
yep.
needs it, or the Moira even. Good spray, great spray. Fade out. Heal orb here because you were lowish. Right click. Nice. Stay on her. Good. This heal orb, I assume, is because of the Genji, in which case it's reasonable.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So now right click. Good lamp. Baptiste. Good. Bastion. Stay on him. Heal orb, damage orb. Honestly, heal orb there is fine, I guess, but maybe okay to not even use orb there. Because this is the situation. It's like, it's really easy to just smash an orb here, but you're fine. Look at your HP. Look at your Genji, right? Just right click, hold the orb, hold the orb. First off, don't fade immediately. Then damage orb this Moira and kill her in a 1v1. Because she's just used fade. You have not. So she's cooked. And you can also aim your orb right at her. Damage orb plus right click on a Moira, she will die. She will die.
Yep.
Fade. Oh, no. Yeah, questionable. Right click, heal. Ah, that's
I got way too close.
Yeah, I got a little too close there. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Let's do one more fight, and then we'll go for sure. Damage orb, aim it. Yes, thank you. Very good. I mean, we're gonna just watch, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is.
Yeah,
the entire damage orb. Even this, look at that. You get a little bounce. The entire damage orb's used. And let's look at your ult charge as a result. 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% ult charge right there.
Yep.
I'd say about 9% with the passive, but yeah, 9%.
Yep.
Good. Again, another well-aimed damage orb. Look at this. Huge value, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Very nice. And that's also, you got to think of that as like a heal resource, right? Because right now, it's like, look at your heal resource, right? Less than half. And now look at your heal resource. You see that?
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, I'm way up there. Yep.
Way up there, right? Okay, you know what? Let's screw it. Let's do one more.
Yep.
Ah! Stop it.
Yeah, gotta stop doing that. Yeah.
You gotta stop doing that. Chip healing is just something you just puff.
Yep.
Because you need to turn this corner with damage orb. You could also damage orb this May to force her ice block. Sometimes it's like damage orbing a solo target is better than a clump if that person is on an off angle.
Yep.
Because you'll force her out. Right clicking her though is really, really good value. That was really good. Now damage orb right at that bat. Yes! Look at that! Let's go! It's not meaningless damage, you know?
Yep.
It's very important. Even though just forcing resources, forcing your healers to look good. That's it. Stay on him. Probably swap to a squishy here.
Yep.
Unnecessary, right? He's full HP. Basically full HP. That damage orb needs to be on that Reaper or May or Moira or whoever. Good.
Yep.
Good job greeting your fade there as well. Because obviously you need to make sure that like you use it when you need it, not wait too long. But obviously you don't want to fade immediately.
Yep.
Heal orb there is understandable, right? That definitely gets good value on the Doomfist there. And you're like, sometimes you'll heal orb because you want to right click something, right? You'll heal orb your tank and then right click something else. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I was focusing on that a little bit.
Yeah, so it was good. Stay on the Reaper. Yes, there it is. Huge. Because it's very important you stay on him, right? Like what happens if you don't stay on him? And then he gets healing from his passive and then, you know.
Yep.
All right, stay on her. Damage orb. Yep. Not the best aim damage orb. Not the best fade either. Certainly not.
Yeah.
And that actually might kill you guys. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, so I know I was like, you know, rap godding at you for a little bit here.
That's okay.
But I want to make sure that we had a few details that if nothing else, you can come back and watch this again and take some notes. So, Moira, what do you have to practice with Moira?
Not healing orb not doing my pointless healing orbs as often.
Yep.
Prioritizing where my orbs are going. And just making sure to burst my healing and rather than just using pointless healing orbs.
Mhm.
And probably be a bit more vigilant on my fades. I think my fade timing is okay, but I'm probably just fading too far out when I probably should just maybe prioritize that a little bit more. And just keep focusing on my squishies and try to
I
not
would say,
prioritize tank too much.
yeah. Prioritize right clicking. I would say that even over your fade, prioritize right clicking on squishies instead of shields, tanks, because it's like, okay, yeah, you might regenerate your resource a little bit more because you're not going to miss your right click on a tank, but
Mhm.
you're going to do so much more meaningful damage rather than just right click.
Yeah.
Tank. Okay, any questions?
No, you honestly covered everything. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
no problem. DMs are always open. Shoot me a message
Yep.